Yo, what's up you guys? Oblivion here, coming at you with a deck profile of my Sea Lancer deck. I know I've been out of the game for quite some time, so I kind of wanted to get back into the deck, into the game, you know, because the game has been kind of boring me, but I kind of want to get back into it, and I know it's been kind of a while. So I wanted to get back into it, but I didn't find any deck that really suited me. I tried Black Wings, I've tried a lot of things, and I'm just, you know, so why not just go back to my favorite deck, which is Sea Lancer. I know it's not the most competitive deck out there, but it's still very competitive. You won't see some in these duels, but I'll try my best to get some competitive duels on Devpro. To be honest, no one on Devpro is using anything competitive except Light Sworns or a type of variant of Light Sworns. And I mean, this deck has a really good Light Sworn matchup. Like guys, I'm telling you, this deck has an amazing Light Sworn matchup. Why? Because you have a Sea Lancer that won't get off the board. You know, because of a JD, you have a lot of battle stoppers, enemy controller, whatever, all that bullshit. So anyways, let's get to the deck. I know the deck has kind of changed, but let's hear it out. We're running the standard Frog engine, which is 3 swap, 3 dupe, 2 rodent totem, 1 poison draw frog, and 1 treeborn frog. This is your standard frog lineup. You could decide to run 2 poison draw frog. I wouldn't max out on the rodent totem because you're not running obelisk, and no treeborn, no, you know, 2 or 3 treeborn frogs because it just is not needed in this deck. Now, for the supports, 3 Mother Grizzly. You guys might have seen me running at 2. You guys might have not seen me running it at all, depending on the deck, depending on my mood. Mother Grizzly lately has just been amazing. I actually saw a recent deck profile, again, just to kind of refresh my mind. You know, gears are a thing, also hat and hands and all that type of stuff. So, you know, this deck needs Swap Frog. It just needs it. If you don't get Swap Frog, I don't care what your hand is, you will lose that game because you won't have Swap Frog. So you need the Mother Grizzly. You just do, because it gives you basically three copies of it's like a Gear armor, to be completely honest, and it's really good because it allows you to fetch for a Sea Hunter as well, which you're running 3 of. It is your boss monster. You wouldn't want to cut this. I've tried it. You know, because there's ways to recruit Sea Lancer, but I just can't see myself cutting it to 2. 3 Sea Lancer. If you guys don't know what it does, I have videos up, so please go ahead and check those out. 2 Mobius, the Mega Monarch. It's a very back row reliant format to the meta. On Devpro, on the OCG, this card is just shit for me right now because not that many decks are using back row. Light Sworns being one in particular. Pendulums sometimes don't even use back row. This card has just kind of been shit in the OCG/TCG on Devpro, but maybe on the TCG server on Devpro would be a lot better. So I could try that out. I'm not running Light and Darkness Dragon. I really do want to. Like, I'm thinking about cutting Mega Mobius. You know, the side is a beautiful thing. So I don't know. Whatever, you could drop it really easily. 1 Dark Dust and 1 Jinzo. Again, these cards right here, the Mobius and the Jinzo, are for the back row. I really want to run Light and Darkness Dragon. Like, you just have no idea. I'll probably cut it, see how it does. 1 Dark Dust as well, just because of the, you know, it clears stuff. This deck literally, the deck's worst card is Beals. It's the worst. So there's no way that this deck could actually get over Beals. I think I have a duel that I think I did, but I don't know how. Whatever. The 1 Tidal, because you're running majority of water, Tidal doesn't affect you at all. 1 Gores as a bottle stopper because it's still really good. You don't run back row. For the hand traps, you're running 2 Maxi, really good. 2 Veiler, really good. 2 Battle Fader and 1 Ghost Trick Frost or Jack Frost. Really good. This card is one of my favorite cards. It basically prevents 2 attacks. Just flip over a monster like Beals and yeah, just do your thing. For the spells, you're running 3 MST, 3 enemy controller, 2 creature swap. You know, people don't like this card at all. And this deck, I believe, is kind of needed with the Mother Grizzlies, Duke Frog, Sea Lancer if it gets Veilered, and all that type of stuff. 1 Soul Charge. It's too good not to run, guys. At 1 at least. It's really good. Allows you to get your Mega Mobiuses and your Mother Grizzlies, your titles, and all that. 1 Dark Hole and 1 Salvage. Don't need more than 1 Salvage. Also, I want to tell you guys ahead of time that since I was playing the OCG rulings, Swap Frog, the ruling kind of fucked up. That can't really bounce it back if I normal summon it or whatever. So it's kind of shit, but whatever. For the extra deck, I'm running 1 Fogrand because you are running the 2 Mega Mobius plus the Soul Charge plus enemy controller just in case they drop JD. I believe it's 8 stars. I believe it's 8 stars. I don't know. And for Beals. one Gaia for the enemy controller, and then you overlay into a Gaia. Duel in Hand, one of my favorite extra deck monsters. Basically reuse your Jack Frost, one Slacker for the rank 1s. Rank 2s is 3 Gacha Gacha Kentetsu. Don't care what you say, you will use 3. In a long game, you will use 3, if you play correctly. 2 Herald of the Sacred Light, 2 OP, 2 Daigusto Phoenix, OP, 1 Dark Mist, it's really good, saves me many games, and 2 Downward Magicians, just really good. Don't have a side deck completed just because, you know, whatever. Anyway, so that's it for the deck, and now let's get on to the replays. Okay, so the first one's going to be against Lance, and I think this one's going to be the best one. Everything was just amazing here. I opened up kind of shit. He opens up the nuts with the Mathematician and the Lone Fire and all that type of stuff. I then opened up Swap Frog, so I thought I was going to lose right there and then. But I saw Treeborn and I was like, maybe I have hope. Whatever. And I do some stupid mistakes here because Devpro, again, I've been kind of out of the game for a while, so I apologize ahead of time. But, you know, he opens up really good with the Mathematicians and Low Fire plus Dandy. It's great, and he also has a Crane at hand. Again, I opened up a handful of waters, yet no freaking Swap Frog. What I'm telling you, if you guys don't have Swap Frog, you guys will have a bad time. So I just decided to set the Ronin and whatever. This is one of the matchups that I hate Mobius because there's no back row. And here he's just doing all his shenanigans. Don't know if this is too fast for you guys. Hopefully you guys can understand it. But he attacks directly for the Copy Plant, and he overlays into a Draco Sack. Finally, I see the Swap Frog, and I see, like, I'm like, okay, I got this shit, because, I mean, I have a Sea Lancer, and I have everything I want in hand. So right now, I'm just thinning the deck, you know, I know the Draco Sack wasn't going to get destroyed, which is what I wanted. I sack for the Sea Lancer, beautiful things, and then I attack. I did a small misplay here, but not really, because I ended up fixing it, because I got an extra, banished for the Sea Lancer, plus a Gachi, plus a Draco Sack. Now, this guy ends up coming back. From this field, he ends up coming back. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. So, he goes for this, and Beals. This card, it is the worst card in the world for this deck. I hate this card. And it's just ridiculous. So, he goes Beals, and at this point, I'm just kind of playing hacky sack. I'm trying my best to be like, damn, I either need an enemy controller or a Duel in Hand. Not a Duel in Hand, I'm sorry, a Jack Frost to get rid of this shit. So I'm like, whatever. So right here I'm just trying to protect all my monsters, you know, Sea Lancer is there being a Sea Lancer, and finally I draw into a enemy controller. So here I go and I sack for the Mega Mobius because I don't want Beals ever getting anything. I get my pluses off Dufrog since I could just bounce back my Sea Lancer, but you know, I was like, oh whatever, he can't come back from this, he just can't. So I just decided to kind of go for really big damage. But, you know, he has a Soul Charger in hand, so that's kind of shit. And he brings back Beals. So I'm like, oh my god, not this Tango again. And I'm telling you guys, this card is just the most annoying shit in the world. And now I draw my Soul Charge, bring back my Mobius, and I would actually have XYZ into Felgrand, but the thing is I did not have it. I actually put Felgrand in the deck once I saw this duel because I was like, fuck this shit. So again, I'm just trying to deck thin as much as possible to get my shit, but I ended up winning the game just because I overlaid into 2 Gachis, making both my Mobius 3600. This was the best duel of them all. Really good duel. I really enjoyed it. Gladiator Beast. You know, there's really not much to say about a Gladiator Beast matchup. It's pretty straightforward. So I open up with Dufrog, which is basically a Geeky Armor if they destroy it, just with more defense. He goes into the Liquari, and then he goes into a Murmillo, which I find kind of redundant. He shouldn't have done that at all. And I get my Swap Frog. He opened up a handful of monsters as well, so that's kind of shit. Anyways, I got my Swap Frog plus my Salvage. That means I get to deck thin a lot. So it basically, what Swap Frog does is that you deck thin a lot, making you draw into your key pieces faster, let it beat Sea Lancer, Mobius, and all that bullshit. So I dropped the Jinzo because I know Gladiator Beasts are very trap heavy. So I just immediately dropped the Jinzo. And yeah, that's, you know, it's pretty straightforward from there. There's an enemy control. Again, I try to make some stupid plays just because I feel very comfortable with this deck. I feel like I can come back with this deck no matter in what position I'm in. I'm almost positive, like 70% of the time, you'll never see me surrender until the very last, because this deck is one of the decks that has the best grind games in Yu-Gi-Oh! In my opinion. So he goes and he enemy controllers, and that's basically it, because next turn I was gonna Jinzo attack and then detach for the Degusto Phoenix, attacking for 3k directly. Plus I had a creature swap my hand if we decided to do anything. The next one is with Zombie Sworns. Like I said, I've been facing a lot of Light Sworn players. Let it be pure Light Sworn, let it be Chaos Light Sworns, or Zombie Sworns. I've not faced any Dragon Sworn. Would like to face Dylan though, because that seems like a really fun matchup. So here, you know, I open up double swap. My hand isn't really the best because I have no tributes nor Sea Lancer. If I had Sea Lancer, this hand would be godlike. But whatever. I just go do my shenanigans and deck them as much as possible. You know, I'm trying my best here to deck them so I can draw into my key pieces. He goes, flips over Raikou. That's fine. The funny part was that this duel was so retarded because I ended up making a very stupid mistake because I was like, whatever, YOLO status. Whatever. I knew that that set back row had to be a bluff. Either a breakthrough skill or some shit, because Light Sworns, you know, you don't really run that many back row. So here I'm just deck thinning, like I said. Of course I get my key pieces in the graveyard because I am a G like that. So I just go attack for damage, use the effects, gotcha, and I go mill for my end phase 2 Sea Lancer. And I'm like, fuck, I have Gotchi. I should have fucking made Herald. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't need it. Whatever. He goes for Utopia, and he does a really stupid thing to just detach the fucking Master for the Mizuki effect, which I thought was really, again, redundant. And I know I have game here. Like, right here, I just could feel I have game. I tribute for the Gores, double this, go for the Degusto Phoenix, and I just go and attack for the game. And that's really what happens. So anyways, guys, my comments on this deck is that it can still be used. It's still in the process of being redefined. I still want to fit in a Light and Darkness Dragon, like 2 or 3. I just don't like running 2 tributes, as in I don't like running Mega Mobius that requires 2 tributes and then the Light and Darkness Dragon that requires 2. I feel like right now Light and Darkness Dragon will probably just do a little bit more than Mega Mobius. Maybe not in the TCG, but in the OCG it would. So I'm actually planning on taking out Mega Mobius just to try him out a little bit in the side deck. I know it's such a great lane deck and all that, but still, I don't know. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully I'll be back making some more videos, maybe some live videos as well from locals. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, rate, comment, and subscribe. And this has been Oblivion. Catch you guys later. Deuces.